In the ruthless world of martial arts, there exist false masters who truly think their absurd moves can deal any real harm. Overconfident in their mastery, which they've honed for years, they boldly face real fighters. Another fake Tai Chi master chose to show that with the skills he'd trained for decades, he could easily crush a fighter of any level. The Tai Chi master chose to face a young MMA fighter to showcase his skills. Apparently, this master felt sure of his victory because he employs a buffalo style. Finally, he hurled the fake master into the true realm of Morpheus. In the next fight, another fake master didn't just lose, he truly disgraced himself because the boxer, his opponent, chose to fight with one hand. The fight began, and the one-armed boxer instantly charged in, literally crushing him with one left.
平常还有一个
没带全套的，
对的，
后手的一击，换拳换拳，连续前手。西装踢腿嘛。
The referee stepped in to save the poor guy, but it was merely a pause before the destruction.
是没有带。
This traditional Chinese martial arts master entered a training gym, eager to display the power of his so-called kung fu. To secure an easy win, this clown picked a much smaller foe, assuming it would be a quick fight. But what he didn't know was that this short guy was a professional fighter, not some amateur punching bag. As the sparring began, the larger kung fu fraud came out swinging, hurling wild punches with no control. Using his size advantage, he landed a few painful shots and showed no mercy. But his relentless attacks lasted only until the real fighter sent him crashing down to the ground. A second later, to end the suffering quickly, the real fighter sent the bullshit master into horizontal meditation. I'm a self-proclaimed monk from the Tibetan mountains, or so he thought. This fake master entered a boxing gym to demonstrate what he called lethal moves. The bell rang, and what followed was nothing short of a public execution. The real fighter showed no mercy, unleashing a savage beating on the so-called monk. Despite getting wrecked, Sidama from the dime store just couldn't drop the arrogance. Not impressed, the real fighter activated full traditional healer mode and began facial acupuncture on the Chinese fake master, one punch at a time. After getting thoroughly punished, the showboater dropped the act and ran off in pure humiliation. The moment that this no-touch master faced a real warrior in the ring, it was clear his circus moves only fooled hired performers. The kickboxer didn't hesitate. He went straight to work, pummeling the performer like he'd mistaken a rice bag for a punching bag. In the end, the clown got crushed, beaten down, and left with no choice but to surrender. This elderly fake master threw a handkerchief at a young MMA fighter. Experience didn't matter. From the first exchange, the real fighter proved that even a rookie can dismantle a so-called legendary fake master. Without dragging things out, the MMA fighter delivered the truth and sent the clown into another dimension. And with that, he proved one thing: never underestimate the hunger of the young. Another clown of non-comp fighting decided to challenge a real boxer. Having felt the professional fighter's power, the master realized the crane style didn't work and switched to ritual dancing. Then the boxer got tired of chasing the clown and sent him into a state of horizontal meditation. In the end, the professional fighter punished another liar and proved that his style is true. In yet another match between a fake master and a real fighter, the MMA fighter ended up playing the role of One Punch Man. The self-proclaimed Wing Chun master clearly hadn't been punched in the face for a while and boldly decided to challenge the power of kickboxers. Before the bell even rang, it was obvious this fake master's only fights had been through a screen. Right after the bell, the kickboxer delivered a quick reality check, showing what real fights do to make-believe masters. Seems like after getting rocked a few too many times, the Joker tried to channel his inner flying dragon. Spoiler, it didn't work. In reality, it resembled less a martial arts technique and more a desperate rat trying to flee the fight. After seeing the Joker's complete arsenal, the real fighter decided to double as a barber, giving him a rough haircut with his fists. In the end, the kickboxer completed a brutal masterclass, sending the fake master straight to fake hell. DKU, a Korean self-defense expert, has already crowned himself the new Bruce Lee. DK gained immense fame by showing his skills all over the internet. However, apparently this fame wasn't enough for him, and he decided to show that even professional fighters can't resist him. But he made the fatal mistake of doubting legendary Manny Pacquiao's skills.
Will that smile turn into focus?
And as soon as their fight started, DK immediately got a punch. Apparently, he was very surprised that unlike the hired actors, Pacquiao posed a real threat.
Champion Manny goes right after. That missed. Good movement by DKU. There he goes. He landed.
Next, the famous Filipino decided to show why he was considered a legendary boxer before.
There's a left there by you. We'll see if Manny sets tag him and he grips the body.
Running fast to the head. Like he's
Oh, great hook up top by Manny.
let's go, man.
Pacquiao, like a blacksmith, methodically forged DK with pain and suffering, proving once again that his skills were nothing more than showboating.
His legs are in technique and having to stick to that, it's exhausting.
Shape and being in shape. It's a whole different thing.
Yes.
And you prolongate some time. And now here's it down. Now he's back to DK against the corner. Manny driving DK.
In the end, Pacquiao showed DK that his place was on Instagram, not in a gladiatorial fight. This fraud thought he was the next Bruce Lee, naively assuming that just wearing the legend's outfit would guarantee him victory. But once the referees signaled the start, the cosplayer, realizing his helplessness, began running for his life, dodging the incoming strikes like a headless chicken. Yet the real fighter wasn't about to let the clown escape, so with a single kick coated in sleeping powder, he sent the fake master straight into Morpheus's world. Next up, another idiot trying to prove his so-called skills in a real fight. This time it was a Wing Chun master against a Muay Thai fighter. The moment the bell sounded, The Muay Thai fighter instantly showed the fake master that his skills were worth about as much as cheap knockoffs from the dime store. And so, in just the first round, the Muay Thai warrior delivered a brutal high kick, sending the fake master's astral projection straight into the spirit realm. This one didn't come alone. He brought cheerleaders. His opponent didn't waste time. From the very first second, it was clear the clown wasn't getting any sympathy. The so-called dancer rushed in and was violently slammed into the canvas, leaving with nothing but shame. One of these lunatics, believing he could defeat opponents with his mind power, dared to challenge a real fighter. However, the moment the fight began, the fake master was hit with a harsh reality check. Turns out, unlike his paid actors, his opponent wasn't going to play along. And so the real fighter quickly proved that this so-called no-touch master was nothing more than a touch-me-not girl. Next, a Tai Chi master decided to test his skills against a hard-hitting MMA fighter. As expected, it ended an absolute disaster for him. This fool didn't fly like a dragon. He scurried through the air like a flying rat. But the sneaky attack did no damage to the real fighter. And like a Russian dad after a shot of vodka, he started using good old Soviet-style discipline. A few clean shots and the clown was running faster than Mayweather from a tax audit. The chubby beast gave chase like it was his last bowl of rice and then devoured the clown blow by blow. Against all odds, the dancing clown rose to his feet and, believe it or not, tried to fight back. But in the end, the scoundrel's attacks were shattered against the opponent's cholesterol-fueled shield. Ultimately, the pudgy beast wiped out the fake master, giving that sneaky rat the punishment he deserved. So delusional was this fake master, he started mocking his opponent as if words could win a real fight. The fight started and the clown danced in like a ballerina on vodka, forgetting he was in a ring, not on stage. That performance only lit a fire in the real fighter, and he was ready to show the world that the ring is no stage for clowns. With a devastating flurry, he finished the job, sending the loudmouth to the land of dreams, paying the price for running his mouth. Our next clown, a self-proclaimed kung fu master named Wong Yanlong, made a fatal mistake. He chose not a wooden dummy to prove his skills, but the legendary Muay Thai fighter Buka.
Muay Thai World Champion.
As the fight began, Yanlong flaunted his kung fu mastery, but from the outside, he looked more like a drunken ballerina. Apparently, Yanlong invested all his skill points into flashiness, while completely neglecting damage output, as Buakao didn't even flinch from his strikes. But the moment Buakao unleashed even a fraction of his power, Yanlong waved the white flag faster than he threw a single effective punch.
王彦龙都使了一些比较夸张的招数，想把这个比赛打混。
It was in one of these fights that the Asian Mark Hunt came face to face with an overconfident fool. One who made the mistake of not taking an MMA fighter seriously. After the bell, the fake Master Slayer exploded like a tiger unleashed, tearing straight for his opponent's throat. Moments later, the cocky pretender was lying still, knocked into a temporary coma. The referee quickly jumped in, bringing the fight to a halt, just in time to save the bold fake master from a brutal dose of reality. Another so-called kung fu master stepped into the ring against a professional fighter, determined to prove the deadly nature of his so-called martial art. As the fight began, Chu made it clear that the strikes of this clown-style martial artist had zero effect. Then came Chu's elbows, or rather what felt like hellos for the fake master. Unable to withstand the pressure of a real fight, the Kung Fu Panda quickly realized that professional combat was not his calling and cowardly surrendered. This frog Xu Xiang decided to expose them and proved that their fights were scripted. The fight between the no-touch master and Xiang began, and the MMA fighter quickly sent the master into a nap.